leaned toward the mirror again. But before she could dot the blush onto her cheekbones, the mirror shimmered, glimmered again, and the girl looking back was not Molly, but someone quite other. Molly froze, fingertip poised at her cheek. This can't be happening. The face in the mirror gazed back with dark eyes. The hair, too, was much darker than Molly's, the cheeks redder. It must be a trick of light. Molly squeezed her eyes shut and slapped both hands against the mirror. Wake up, idiot! She felt cold all over, just as she had in the dream, and it was a full minute before she dared look in the mirror again. What she saw, of course, was her own pale face, and a thin smear of red across the silvered surface of the glass. "Hey, you've already missed the van, you know," her mother called. "I can drive you to school if you're ready in 2 minutes. Are you dressed yet?" "Almost," Molly called back. She shook her head ruefully at her reflection, reached for her washcloth, and wiped off the gel. Molly hurried back to her bedroom and pulled on her school uniform. She twisted her long hair automatically into a single braid. She left the bed unmade. "I've got to leave." Molly's mother climbed the stairs and handed Molly a bran muffin wrapped in a paper napkin. "You can eat in the car." Molly held the muffin awkwardly while she stuffed her homework papers into her backpack. Her mother headed down the stairs. "1 more minute," she said over her shoulder. "This is your last chance." Last chance? The words seemed to hover on the landing even after her mother had gone. Molly swung the backpack onto her shoulder and moved reluctantly down the stairs. 1. "Pinch me so I'll wake up," moaned Molly as she twirled her combination lock and opened the metal door. This whole week has been a nightmare. She stripped off her school uniform and pulled on the hateful West River Academy regulation swimsuit. Kathy nodded in sympathy. "It's too bad your mom found out. But I wish you'd told me you hadn't taken the test. I'd have helped you." She grinned. "I do happen to know a little bit about swimming, "That's just it. You're such a star, I couldn't tell you." Molly bundled her clothes into the locker and slammed the door. "And now I'm stuck with Coach Bascom. Listen, can you come in with me? That way, if I start to drown, you'll be on hand to fish me out." She laughed unconvincingly. Kathy didn't know she wasn't really joking. But Kathy shook her head. "Sorry, don't you remember my cousin is coming today? His school is already out for the summer. Mom's picking him up at the bus station and then coming to get me. They should be here any second." Oh, right. With the blow-up with her mother, all the fuss about swim lessons, and the nights broken by the dream, Molly had forgotten. And yet Kathy had been excited for weeks that her cousin was coming to town for the summer. "Maybe I can meet him this weekend," Molly told her. "If my mother lets me out of the house." "She's pissed, huh?" Kathy's dark eyes were sympathetic. She picked up Molly's blue towel from the bench and handed it to her. "Listen, I've got to go now. I'll call you later." Molly hesitated at the door to the pool. "Wish me luck." As Kathy turned away, Molly hugged her blue canvas backpack against her chest. Inexplicably, the long hallway from the dream flickered in her head. I wish this were a dream, too. The lump of dread in her stomach was as hard as the cement bottom of the pool. Maybe she was coming down with stomach cancer. Now that would make a fine medical excuse. "Come on, don't be afraid. Just take a big breath and jump in. If you don't just do it, you'll never pass." Coach Bascom's voice rang in Molly's ears, but Molly just stood there, staring down at the blue water. Finally, she scrunched her eyes shut and edged a cautious foot over the side of the